Hey YouTube, welcome back. Today we'll continue our course in System Design Fundamentals. Today we will talk about data centers. Um, so before we talk about data centers, let's talk about why we need data centers. So let's say that we have this application. Our user tries to get the IP address of the load balancer from the DNS. Once the user get the get the IP address of the load balancer from the DNS, it will try to connect with the load balancer. The load balancer will distribute all the incoming requests across the web servers, and the web servers will try to make write or read operations to the database. If they are doing read operation with the database, slave database, they will check the cache first. If they find the data in the cache, they will return it to the user. Otherwise, they will get it from the DB slave database, and after that, they will store it in the cache. We have a NoSQL database to store all the users information, like the session, user profile, user ID, things like that. And after that, we have the CDN to serve our static content like JavaScript, CSS, and HTML, and in the images. And our application looks quite good, and our application looks quite fine, and the application gets more and more scalable. And right now we have users across the globe using our application from Europe and the US. And right now we need to support all of these users in the best way possible. So we do something called when data centers come into play. So the data centers play a crucial role in design and operation of distributed systems, especially when dealing with large-scale, high availability, and geographically dispersed applications. So this is how the data centers will look like. That we take our application. Of course, I removed the DB slave and message to just make it easier. I just put DB and that's it. And we just have two replicas, or two applications right now to support each one. This one supporting the US and this one supporting the EU, and each one and they both share in the NoSQL database that is related to storing the user sessions, tokens, and stuff like that. And this is perfectly fine. Right now we can support multiple users across the globe, and we use a GUDNS to route the load balancer to US or the EU data centers. And in this one, this looks quite good. However, we have some challenges that we must resolve to achieve the multi-data center setup, because we have this setup right now. So first we have the traffic redirection. Like we need to use effective tools. Effective tools are needed to direct the traffic to the correct data centers. So because of that, we use something called a GeoDNS. It's not just a DNS. It's not a domain name system. It's a domain name system that also related to a geographic position. And GDNS can be used to redirect the traffic to the nearest data center depending on where the user is located. Like for example, apple.de.com or apple/us.com, things like that. We have the data synchronization, like users from different regions could use different local databases or caches. In failover cases, the traffic might be routed to data centers where data unavailable, and a common strategy is to replicate data across multiple data centers, and actually Netflix is doing this implementation. So basically, if we have one data center has been off, the users that been been routed to the US, they will be routed right now to the EU. They will be routed right now to the EU. They will be routed right now to the EU until the data center of the US being solved. And to make sure that we didn't lost the application's data or the user's data, we will make sure that we replicate all the data across multiple data centers. After that, also we want to talk about the test and deployment. Like with multi data centers, it's important to to test your website application in different location. Like we use like an automated deployment tools are like vital to keep services consistent in all the data centers. And I guess right now this our system is getting bigger and bigger, and it's getting more and more scalable. That's it for today's video, and I hope you like my content. If you like my content, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll never miss a video, and see you guys in future problems.